Well, more good news for the Biden administration, but of course, you're not going to hear the media talking about it. Let's talk about it in today's video. Hi, I'm Mike Greiner. I'm a lifelong Democratic activist who's concerned about the direction this country is taking. If you share my concerns, maybe you could like this video and subscribe to this channel. Maybe even click that little bell that will notify you when I post something new. So last week brought some good news for the Biden administration. On the one hand, as people are wringing their hands saying the economy is going south, they're out there spending money like crazy. Retail sales jumped 1.7% in October, the third monthly increase, and an increase that shows that the economy is bouncing back stronger than ever. So much for supply chain problems and inflation getting in the way of the economy coming back. I mean, it's hard to believe that Americans are so sour on the economy when overall things are going so well. In fact, the disconnect is so strong that when you ask most people about their own personal finances, they feel very good about them. It's only when you ask them about the broader economy that they express concerns. Well, as some people have pointed out, those concerns are clearly driven, on one hand, by partisan bias. Amazingly, Republicans who thought the economy was really good when President Trump was in office suddenly think the economy is really bad when Joe Biden's in office. And conversely, Democrats who thought the economy was really bad when Donald Trump was in office now think the economy is really good. So partisan bias certainly plays a role in it. Secondly, you have the relentless attacks by Fox News and OAN and the other right-wing news media constantly trying to undermine people's feelings about the economy in a desperate effort to try to hurt Joe Biden politically. And guess what? It's working. Certainly, it has hurt his approval ratings, and the economy is a big part of that. Finally, and this is the only real issue out there, which is that I think people are feeling a little bit uneasy. They sense that they're doing okay now, but they're concerned about the future. And really, people tend to look ahead when they're looking at the economy. Do they feel pretty good about things now? Yes. But are they confident that they'll continue to be able to pay for the things that they need, and that their wages will be sufficient to cover their expenses, and that they'll have access to the credit that they need in the future? Well, they're not so sure about that. And that's where this uneasiness comes in that I think really is driving some of the concerns that people have with the economy. Now, the first problem we can't do anything about. That's just the nature of politics in America these days. The second problem can only be addressed by those of us who are Democrats or who care about the truth, trying to spread actual facts. We need to be out there shouting from the rooftops and telling people what's going on. And here's just one more data point to show that the economy is bouncing back. This, on top of the great jobs numbers that we recently reported, just shows how well things are going for the American economy right now. And the third problem really is just going to take time. As the economy settles down, as inflation settles down and the supply chain issues are sorted out, which really is just going to take a little bit of time, people will gain confidence in the future of the economy. And as that happens, they will start to feel better about it. In the meantime, as I say, we just need to be out there spreading the good news of all the positive accomplishments that are happening as a result of President Biden's work. The second issue that you're never going to see on Fox News or OAN or in most of the mainstream media is that unauthorized migration across the Mexican-U.S. border has actually gone down under President Biden. As always, by the way, I'll post links to the articles documenting all this down below. For all the claims of chaos at the border and how everything's going badly and how the Biden administration has just allowed immigrants to come in across open borders without any controls, actual data show that unauthorized migration has gone down since President Biden's been in office. This information, of course, does not fit with the narrative that Fox News and OAN and the other conservative right-wing talk shows are pushing. And for the rest of the media, since it's frankly good news, it's really at best a one-day story. And then among many Democrats, like me included, by the way, we think that, frankly, the Biden administration's been a little heavy-handed in how it's dealt with immigration. As a result, it's likely something that's going to kind of slip under the rug where people aren't really going to pay attention to it. But it just shows the depths that Republicans are willing to go to lie to support the narrative they have. That President Biden has not been successful and that he's welcoming immigrants in through open borders. The facts just do not support that narrative. None of this should be surprising, of course. I just saw the other day about how certain Republicans are claiming that President Biden is responsible for increases in Medicare premiums that are being borne by senior citizens. That is another lie. Not only does the administration have no control over the Medicare premiums, that's actually set by statute under a formula that was established in 1977, but it also went up under Donald Trump. And what's more is that the Social Security payments that they come out of went up by an even greater amount. As a result, people did not lose any money as a result of these alleged increases in Medicare premiums. This is just one more example, again, of the depths that Republicans will go to lie to support their narrative. Boy, do I wish we lived in a world where the truth matters. Unfortunately, we don't. And Republicans will do everything they can to hide their heads in the sand if you confront them with any facts that counter the narrative that they want to present. Well, if you agree with me or disagree with me, I'd love to see your comments down below. And here's a video, by the way, about the good news of what's going on in the American economy. And if you could like this video and subscribe to this channel, that'd be a huge help. I'll see you in the next video. In the meantime, let's hope for continued progress. Thank you.